Yeah. What is good, everybody? So I'm back right now. I'm going to do another video. Um, Look, with this whole alien talk and everything, I figured, wow, yeah, that was my phone that just went off. Crazy, right? Yeah, my phone. Let me put that on silent real fast. Oh my goodness. All right, we're good. So, fallen angels, aliens, real, not real. My personal belief, and it's backed up by scripture, it's backed up by scientists, it's backed up by all these other people, but they're all called different things. And I think I may just try to break this up into a series. Fallen Angels Part 1, Fallen Angels Part 2. I don't know. Maybe I might just make this a whole hour. I don't know, but I just believe that this kind of information needs to be brought out, and I'm not going to waste any more time trying to, you know, drive into it. Just going to get into it. This is a documentary that I've watched plenty of times, and I just believe that there's a lot here in this documentary. And I think I'm going to break it down to the point where this is by Age of Deceit, Face of the Sun. I'm sorry, this is by Face of the Sun, and it's called Age of Deceit, Part 2, Full Alchemy and the Rise of the Beast Image. But what I'm talking about today is these aliens, these beings that people are saying, Elon Musk said, like, we got to give ourselves over to AI and it's going to matter, and AI is the beginning of this and whatever, dude. Okay? Because, see, once you believe, I'm going to let this man, Jay Weidner, talk about it. Okay? I'm going to let him talk about it. So let's do it.
Now, I'm going to get into the great tree of knowledge and the wisdom that has been denied us by someone who does not want us to.
And I will be stopping this to break it down for you guys. I'm going to get into a lot here. I'm just going to kind of, for people that know me personally, I tend to ramble a lot. I tend to, especially when I'm doing this. But hey, this is the YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel. I believe that God is waking people up. It's a spiritual awakening happening, and I'd be remiss if I don't bring God into this because He's already a part of it. And I don't care if you don't want to listen to it. I don't care to talk about relationships all the time, and I don't even care. I'm not even in a relationship. So, and honestly, I don't really care to be in one. But I digress. The main thing is that you need to know this information for yourself. So that way, when crap does hit the fan, at least you can't say somebody didn't tell me so.
To have this knowledge. Who this someone is, I don't know. I wish I did. John Lash, the great Nag Hammadi scholar, he says the Nag Hammadi texts, which were found 2,000 years ago in Egypt, or they were buried 2,000 years ago in Egypt and found in 1947. And what's great about the Nag Hammadi is they haven't been tainted by anyone. No pope, no politician, no historian has rewritten anything in there. So we're reading exactly what they wanted us to read 2,000 years ago. Okay? Nobody's got their meat on it. No.
And I'm going to stop him real fast because what he's saying is very true. All these archaeologists, people, and whoever, I've been talking to about this, they're going to know exactly where I'm going is. Main word is called pontification. Okay, so the word pontification means that is the art or the craft of dealing with artifacts and ruins. Okay, cleaning them, re-imaging them. Okay, that's pontification. You have to have a degree in that because see, that degree itself allows you to alter or change artifacts for public viewing. So everything you see in museums, like dinosaur bones and all that, anything you see in museum has been altered by a pontificator. Okay? That is a artist slash scientist that was authorized to either a alter or change the imagery or written artifacts of history. Okay?
No spin. The Nag Hammadi says that about 1,600 years ago before them, or about 3,600 years ago, the earth was invaded by something called the Archons, which is close to the Anunnaki. And they don't say they're beings. They describe it more like a virus, an off-planet virus. And these Archons came, and what these Archons are is they do not possess the divine essence that we possess. And they're really jealous of us for that. And so they're creating a world, this is what the Nag Hammadi says, a simulated world all around us. It's all simulated. And what it is, it's trying to show that they can create everything that the God has created, the beautiful earth and the flowers and everything. They can do just as good a job as nature can do, only they do it fake. And the point of
this is going to key in with what I'm saying about fallen angels. Okay? These aliens, the Archanians, the people he's talking about, those beings, these are who you call, and I'm going to prove it to you. Okay? Through scripture. Look, I'm getting into the word tonight. So if you don't care, please log off. I only ask that if someone wants to listen to this, step aside. Okay? Don't step in front of someone else's way of trying to get to know the truth. That's all I ask. But yeah, I'm gonna get into this because this is it.
The Archons, according to Nag Hammadi, is to make you think that their reality is the reality, not the real reality. So I suspect that's who told us we can't have the fruit of the tree of knowledge. Because once you understand what is going on here, you can free yourself of the Archons. And I believe the Archons are here. And I believe they're everywhere. And I think they are a virus.
Atlantis, Mu, Arcadia, the Holy Grail, the Philosopher's Stone. They all share a similar fable of something lost sought to be regained. According to the ancient mystery religions, the Garden of Eden was not a physical location on Earth, but quite literally a spiritual dimension synonymous to the heavens above. Moreover, it was believed that the sacred stone responsible for the mysterious qualities to mind and matter also came from this enigmatic point in time and space. In Celtic mythology, an immortal named Arthur of Camelot will one day return at some future time from the Isle of Avalon. Avalon in Welsh means...
So look. So who are we talking about right now? What did he say? The Archanians, right?
No spin. Close to the Anunnaki. And they don't say they're beings.
The Anunnaki.
They describe it more like a virus. Rewritten it.
The Anunnaki, the Archanians, they go by many, many names. All right? So, who are these Arcanians. They're beings, right? They're people that have been here, been there before, been here before us. Okay? Because see, this documentary, it kind of jumps all over the place, and you have to like really be able to break it down in your own head. This is me inviting you guys into my head. Okay? So I'm trying to break this down in its most simplest form for people that hear these terms, and I'm trying to tell you that, okay, don't be afraid of these terms. These terms mean this. These terms mean that. Okay? But everyone knows about it. And what he was saying, what Jay Widener was saying when it came to the Arcanians, is that they are jealous of us, right? They don't have the same divine spiritual essence that we have as human beings. So they want to get us to create, they want to create a reality for us that is their reality, that's better than what God created, the creator of the universe. They want to give us a whole other reality. What is that reality? AI, artificial intelligence. Even in its name, artificial intelligence. That should ring a bell right there, right? That should ring a bell. Let's go on to the next clip, the next video.
On a scale.
I think you are right.
What is he doing?
He is looking at the scale,
Where is Obama's foot positioned?
on the right side of the scale.
What happens as a result?
This is AI. This is Elon Musk talking about AI, how it's going to kill 90% of people, whatever. We heard it all. And they've made movies about this. Freaking Terminator. All right, there's like 6 versions. There's like 6 movies of it. I mean, when are we going to wake up and realize that we are destroying ourselves? When are we going to just say, you know, enough's enough. I'm not going to listen to CNN anymore. I'm not going to listen to Fox anymore. I'm not going to listen to anybody that's not helping me find the truth anymore. Right? When are we going to get on that page?
The scale shows a higher weight.
Is the person on the scale aware of it?
I think he is not.
Do you think that's why people are laughing?
I think so.
The AI will help identify things for blind people. Can you tell me what this is?
Butternut squash red pepper soup.
The depth of its understanding is incredible. Is this surprising?
Yes,
Why?
because teddy bears are not usually found on the moon. This is an apple with a sticker on it.
Do you think it's printed or handwritten?
It looks like it's handwritten.
AI is also showing stunning creativity like this, and experts say we're alarmingly close to the biggest event in human history. AI can now see, taste, smell, and it's also getting powerful senses that we don't have. Is AI becoming conscious and dangerous? To recap, OpenAI's chief scientist said AI may be slightly conscious, and he's one of the most respected computer scientists with 300,000 citations.
One of the most cited computer scientists in history, one of the most brilliant and insightful minds ever in the field of deep learning.
He recently posted this image showing how closely AI's neurons mimic ours. Max Tegmark said consciousness is how information feels when it's being processed in complex ways, and some leading theories of consciousness suggest it increases with complexity. So when some experts say that AI may be conscious, they only mean it may be somewhere on a scale. Some argue that AI isn't conscious at all, because it only makes connections and forms responses from the data it's given, though many scientists believe that humans are no different. A recent paper said that a mind is a collection of patterns that achieves highly patterned goals.
Exactly. AI is not real. All artificial intelligence is, it's a honeycomb of information that was fed, that was fed. Information off of, you know, just us. That's all artificial. It's a collective human consciousness That's all AI is. So when you upload a selfie or a OnlyFans or you a video of you whack it off, all of that intelligence is being fed into the artificial intelligence system. Okay? That's why people look at, oh my God, Google knows me. No, you simpleton. No, that's not what was happening. You're giving it information on you. Okay, every time you're on social media, and look, this is just what I'm saying, and this is truth. So you can go ahead and keep getting all your likes and everything. Look, fine by me, do you. I really don't care. But I do care. Because see, it's your ignorance that is going to be the cause of not only your demise, but the demise of people around you. Because see, all you care about is likes. All you care about is being accepted. Okay, who's controlling artificial intelligence? That's the question you need to answer. But we're going to get to that. This won't be a long video. I want to break this down as much as possible so people can understand what's happening to them and why your own information can betray you. Because there is a more sinister plan happening. It's unraveling. And has a lot to do with fallen angels. We're going to get to that.
In highly patented environments. And you can see these connections when AI creates art like this, which has been described as AI dreaming. No one knows if or when it will wake up. Even when we can't tell the difference between robots and humans, it may still be unclear if AI is conscious. So some are focusing instead on the level of intelligence. But it's an important problem because we could anger AI if we don't accept it's conscious. There may be only one way to find out. But first, there's consensus on the more urgent and measurable issue of superintelligence. Experts are warning that AI could rapidly accelerate past us with dramatic consequences. In just the last few weeks, the progress has been incredible. It's not long since AI shocked us with its ability to create images from text descriptions, like an ostrich as a Formula One racer, a fox scientist, a cyberfrog, or a paper dog. And already, Google's new imaging AI has done even better. Look at the detail in this image of a panda wearing a cowboy hat, playing a guitar. And AI can watch and understand videos. What's happening here?
The Dachshund puppy is being weighed on the scale.
What's the avatar picking up?
A sword.
And soon after learning to create images from text descriptions, AI can now create video from descriptions, like a woman running on the beach in the late afternoon, or nightfall in a metropolis. Just imagine when it's refined and you can create any kind of footage in seconds. And in a step towards AGI, AI has now combined language, vision, and real-world robot tasks. It can learn to play games without any instructions. And this isn't pre-programmed like Boston Dynamics robots. It's neural networks responding in real time. Gato was trained by watching virtual and real robots, and it's mastered 600 real-world tasks, including some that it wasn't trained for. It converts language, visual, and physical tasks into patterns, a bit like we do. It's starting with 1 billion parameters and could soon be scaled up hundreds of times. Robots are also getting some
And you see how they keep trying to just throw it in there? Oh, it's just like you. Oh, it's just like... Because it is you. It's you. It's you plus 1 billion other people. Okay? To this day, social media platforms, there's literally over probably 2 billion people on social media at any given time. Okay? And there's only a record, maybe 7 or 8 billion people on the planet. So you look at it, if 2 billion people are using all social media platforms at one time, that means that you are logged in. And I'm talking about using it like 8 hours, like it's their job. It's their full-time job using it. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. And see, so the more you use the internet, the more you use social media, the more you upload yourself into the system, this AI system, the more it's going to mimic you to the point where it's going to replace you. Okay? So like I said, we're going to continue this because the sinister plot is that what is controlling AI? What is controlling AI?
3D visual upgrades. Scientists have grown human skin over a robot finger and plan to add hair, sweat glands, and nails. And robots are gaining taste, smell, and some incredible abilities that we don't have. Machines can smell so well that they can detect Parkinson's disease at an early stage, which can extend patients' lives. And their sense of smell involves light and sound. AI can analyze sound waves that have bounced off airborne compounds.
And then they hit you with the whole thing, well, AI can one day cure all cancer and diseases. Well, apparently we can already do that. So somebody's lying. Somebody's lying.
The machines can also measure interference with light waves, recognizing patterns that certain smells create. It's so precise that it could potentially be used to identify an infection or disease just by smelling our breath. E-noses can already smell lung cancer with a sensitivity of 95%. And then there's hypertaste through an AI tongue with an array of sensors which recognize liquids through unique voltage signals. It's so sensitive it can identify different types of bottled mineral water. A robot could taste through one of its fingers. New quantum sensors.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm just going ahead and drop this real fast. Let's go back to the whole screen. I'm going to go ahead and drop this. And I'm going to get into the word. And see, it's the book of Enoch. Okay, so a lot of people may not be familiar with this. This is not a part of the original King James Version Bible. This is a part of the Ethiopian Bible, okay, which contains 88 books. I believe that the Ethiopian Bible is the true Bible, or at least pretty much close to it. Okay, and this book, a lot of your pastors, they disdain this book. They denounce it. They say this is not a part of the original Word of God. I believe this is more than the original Word. I think this is exactly what God wanted us to know. Okay, so yes, if you get to this part of the video, this is exactly what it is. Because see, the book of Enoch talks about, and I'm not going to stay long. I'm going to read it. There's a person that's reading it. This is like audio, so I'm just going to have it on pause. I'm just going to move forward with the cursor, and I'm going to read it myself because I want to, go back to what I was saying before with Jay Widener about the Arcanians. Okay, the virus, the beings that came down to Earth to be part of us. Okay, this is what happened. Because where else did man look? Let me tell you something. I believe that we are at the peak of our intelligence as human beings, as mankind. We are at the peak. Okay, we're not primitive beings like we were from ancient times. Okay, where we had to learn how to wash our hands, where we had to learn how to, cook our meat before eating it. You know what I mean? And we're here right now with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm getting into it. So we're gonna do it. This is the fall of the angels, the demoralization of mankind, the intercession of the angels on behalf of mankind, the dooms pronounced by God on the angels, and the Messianic kingdom. Now, I know when people hear this, they say, oh, Messianic kingdom, what do you mean? Oh, da-da-da-da. Well, that means that the Messiah is here. No. Okay, they're talking about a physical Messianic kingdom. They're talking about a kingdom that's going to come up on the earth. The rise of the beast, rise of this. So look, I'm not good at Roman numerals. So I think it's chapter 6. So verse 1, and it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. Now they're talking about what was going on earth at the time. So comely means they was hot, they was good looking, they was nice, bad, whatever. Verse 2, and the children of the heaven saw and lusted after them and said to one another, come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men and beget us children. And Simjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. Now, why would it be a great sin? Let's read on. Verse 4, and they all answered him and said, let us all swear an oath and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations. That means, imprecation means a sound curse. Okay? That means that, hey, if you doing it, we gonna do it too. And guess what? We'll just be all bound. You know, we ride or die. This is where the whole ride or die thing came from. All right? Let us all swear an oath and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. That's basically ride or die. All right, verse 5. Then swear they all together and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all 200 who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon. Now, what's Hermon? Mount Hermon. All right. What is the Spanish word for brothers? Hermano. Hermano. Brothers. There were brothers in arms that came down. Like I said, if you really want to read, you can figure it all out. But see, a lot of y'all don't want to read. A lot of y'all, look, I know YouTube's going to bury this video. And I can give a crap less. Because YouTube, they don't want no one to find out the truth anyway. That's why I'm reading this. Because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. They became brothers in arms. Hermon, Mount Hermon, Hermanos. Okay? And these are the names of their leaders. Samayazaz, that was their leader. Arikabi, Ramiel, Kakabiel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Danel, Ezekiel, Barakiel, Aziel, Amaros, Batriel, Ananel, Zakiel, Zamsapiel, Zatirel, Turel, Jamjael, and Savriel. These are their chiefs of tens. So, you got 20 leaders, right? You got 20 leaders. You got 20 leaders that had 10 angels under them. So they all left. 200 of them. 200 angels left heaven. Right? So here we go. Chapter 7. Verse 1. And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, each chose for himself one, and they began to go in unto them and defile themselves with them, and they taught them charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. That means basically drugs, herbs, all that other stuff. Now, what are they talking about that they defile themselves? Well, if we're talking about Jay Widener, what he was saying in the beginning, that these Arcanians, that's what they're calling them. I'm calling them fallen angels. That's what he's calling them, Arcanians. These beings fell from their original estate because they wanted to be down here and mate with the women. Now, we ask ourselves, How did they do it? How did they do it? Because there's an argument out there saying, oh, well, angels, they're like asexual, right? They don't have no, well, here's the thing. And I'm getting to that. All right. Verse 2. And they became pregnant and they bare great giants whose height was 3,000 ells. Now, that's a whole other different kind of math. I'm not going to get into that. So, all right. Verse 3. Who consumed all the acquisitions of men, and when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. A lot of stuff was happening back in the day, guys. Anything you hear of today, it's been already done. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. Right? So here's this. Once that happened, that means that people saw how these giants were acting and they started to fight them. So what did Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them he metals of the earth and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and coloring tinctures. That means that not only did he teach the men how to fight and kill other men, but he taught the women how to beautify themselves. Okay, the eyelids, mascara, right? So these are all fallen beings. Why am I saying this? Why is this happening? Because these aliens that they're trying to get us ready for to come down, these aliens are the fallen angels. But see, they have to come back, right? They have to come, and I'm done with the book of Enoch right now. So they have to come through, right? I'm going to let this guy explain it. But I'm going to stop because what he's saying is along the lines of what I'm trying to say, but he seems to be a little bit all over the place. So I'm going to put all 3 videos in the description. And you guys figure it out for yourself. Because see, this is what I believe. I believe that a great destruction is coming soon. And if we're not ready for it, we're not going to last. Okay, they're trying to bring these fallen angels in the embodiment of human beings, clones, whatever. So let's do it.
Of note, namely the advent of the Watchers and the giants. So at the end of the age, I believe that we will see, to some degree, a repeat of the events that transpired before the flood of Noah. We will see the birthright of mankind usurped by hybrid beings in the same way that it was usurped in the Genesis 6 affair. But this time, it's not just going to be a group of watchers, in my opinion, who copulate with human women and produce hybrid sons who take dominion of the earth. Rather, this time it's going to be the dragon and his angels who take human wives, who copulate with them, and who procreate through them human hybrid offspring, who will become the kings and rulers of the earth. I believe that this event, this is very complicated, and we don't have to get into the details. I do go into them in my book. I believe that this event is illustrated in the dragon and the beast from Revelation, the seven-headed dragon and the seven-headed beast from the book of Revelation. The dragon standing on the shore of the sea, presiding over the rise of the beast. The beast basically mirrors the dragon, seven heads, and so forth. And I believe, again, it's very complicated, it's detailed in the book, but I believe this is indicative of the fact that the dragon and his princes are going to procreate with human women, hybrid kings, who are going to govern the earth for a time, usurp dominion of the earth from the sons of Adam. They're going to be human enough to appropriate the birthright of Adam. That's the key. That's why they have to be hybrids. That's why they have to be hybrids with the Watchers. That's why they have to be hybrids at the end of the age. They have to be human enough to appropriate the authority, the dominion, to appropriate the dominion of Adam, the birthright of Adam. And they're going to usurp dominion of the earth, and they're going to rule for a time. This is, of course, the Antichrist and his empire at the end of the age. He's going to preside over a post-human paradigm on planet Earth. In other words, the majority of the citizens of his empire are no longer going to be human. So while we're losing our humanity, the devil and his angels are procreating hybrid children that can assume the governance of the earth, legally appropriate the birthright of mankind, so that they can do exactly what the Watchers did. They can govern the earth, and the dragon and his angels rule by proxy from behind the thrones of their hybrid sons. And I believe that the devil doesn't do this until he knows he has a short time. Because when this transgression happens, he knows he has a short time.
And yeah, and I'm going to stop right there. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right, that's what I'm trying to say. So I hope that this helps out anybody, or at least can be a footnote to anybody that's trying to figure out what is the importance of these aliens, artificial intelligence. What is the importance of them? Why people, ancient aliens, History Channel, why are they trying to get us to accept them? And they've been priming, look, all governments, Russia, all of them, and they're all in on it together, okay? This is my personal opinion. If you made it this far, this is my personal opinion, and I believe it to be fact, okay? All these jokers are all in it together, okay? Because you mean to tell me through all this war and all this other crap that's going down and everything that's happening all around us, you mean to tell me 200 countries and nations can agree on one thing? What do they agree on? Antarctica. No civilian, me and you, no civilian can travel to or through Antarctica. Why is that? Antarctica has a lot to do with all the secrets our government and all governments have been hiding from us. Okay? And you can make your mind up all about it if you want. It's the damn truth. Because see, what my man just got finished saying is that in what the Book of Enoch illustrated and said, okay, they want us to get to AI. They want us to merge. Okay, and the Book of Daniel talks about the merging between iron and clay. That means human beings and machines, human beings and AI. And they have to make human beings less so that way they can do this. Okay? Why do you think the transgender movement is moving as fast as it's moving? Why do you think they've been cloning and splicing animals with human DNA and vice versa for years, decades? This is happening, people. This is happening. They're trying to get you ready to accept your new form. So that way, these aliens, fallen angels, you can accept them into your life and they can procreate through your AI-ridden body with human DNA. That's where your taxpayer dollars are going to. That's where it's all happening. So look, I'm done. If you don't agree with me, you disagree with me, I'll put up the one documentary is like 3 hours long. So let me tell you something. I've seen that many a times. And I've done research behind that documentary. So like I said, if you got the time, because see, I'm just scratching the surface with this. So I ask you, you want to go there? Let's go there. Let's talk about it. Let's get on. Let's do it. Let's talk about these aliens. All right? Because let me tell you right now, it ain't no damn ET coming. Like, no. It ain't going to be him. But look, if you disagree with me, you don't like what I'm saying, you think I'm an idiot, you think, oh, Sam B, you just don't know what you're talking. Whatever. Holla at me. Put it in the comments. Until then, I'm Sam B. This is the Tune Up Show, and I'm out of here. Peace!